I bet you didn't know how much AI is already a part of your life. Artificial intelligence. For a long time it felt like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, all about futuristic robots and super smart computers. But here's the thing. AI isn't just some far-off concept anymore, it's already here, woven into the fabric of our daily lives, often in ways we don't even consciously recognize. Think about the smart replies your email client suggests, or how your favorite streaming service uncannily predicts what you want to watch next. That's AI, working diligently behind the scenes, aiming to make our digital experiences smoother, faster, and a lot more intuitive. It's this subtle yet powerful integration that's really changing the game. And let's be super clear on this. When we talk about AI transforming our world, we're not just gazing into a crystal ball, predicting some distant future. This isn't about what AI do 10 or 20 years down the line, it's about what AI right now today in 2025. From the fundamental ways businesses operate, automating complex processes and unlocking new efficiencies, to how we as individuals connect with information, create content, and interact with each other. The impact of artificial intelligence is undeniable and already widespread. It's actively reshaping entire industries, creating brand new possibilities, and consistently challenging our old ways of thinking, pushing us to adapt and evolve. So in this video, we're going to try and cut through some of that inevitable noise, the buzzwords, and sometimes the over-the-top hype that can easily surround any powerful new technology like AI. Instead, our focus is going to be squarely on the concrete, tangible benefits that artificial intelligence is currently delivering. We're talking about real-world applications, measurable improvements in efficiency and capability, and the kind of practical advantages that you can actually see, understand, and potentially even leverage yourself. My goal here is to break down exactly how AI is making a positive difference, moving beyond just flashy tech demos to showcase its genuine practical value across a whole spectrum of different areas. What you can expect over the next few minutes is a deep dive into what I think are 10 of the most significant benefits AI brings to the table. For each of these, I'll be sharing some relatable examples. Think actual companies, well-known products, and real-world scenarios, so you can see these innovations in action, not just in theory. And perhaps more importantly, we'll explore some actionable tips and insights on how you, or perhaps your business, might be able to start adopting these technologies, or at least begin thinking critically about their potential impact. So, whether you're a hardcore tech enthusiast, a business leader, or just genuinely curious about where things are headed, there should be something valuable in here for you. Alright, let's get into it. You need to hear this if you're looking to supercharge your efficiency and automation. Alright, first up on our list of AI benefits is a big one: supercharged efficiency and automation. This is probably one of the most immediate and widely felt impacts of AI across countless industries. We're talking about AI's ability to take over those repetitive, time-consuming tasks that, let's be honest, most people don't really enjoy doing anyway. Think about things like manual data entry, sifting through hundreds of emails to find the important ones, or processing stacks of invoices. These are essential tasks, no doubt, but they can be a serious drain on human resources and creativity, often leading to errors due to sheer monotony. And this is where AI really starts to shine. By automating these kinds of routine processes, it's not just about getting things done faster or with fewer mistakes, though those are definitely key advantages. The real magic happens when this automation frees up human capital. When your teams are no longer bogged down by the mundane, they can redirect their valuable time and brainpower towards more strategic, creative, and complex problem-solving activities. This could mean more time for innovation, for building better customer relationships, or for developing long-term growth strategies. Essentially the work that humans are uniquely good at and that truly drives a business forward. Now, the scale of this automation isn't trivial. We're not just talking about shaving off a few minutes here and there. In many cases, AI can handle a significant portion of entire workflows, leading to substantial gains in overall operational efficiency. This ripple effect can be felt throughout an organization, improving productivity, reducing operational costs, and even boosting employee morale by allowing people to focus on more engaging and fulfilling work. It's about fundamentally rethinking how work gets done, with AI acting as a powerful force multiplier for human effort, making entire teams more effective and agile in a rapidly changing landscape. A great example of this in action is Salesforce's Einstein AI. For those in the sales world, you know how much time can be spent on administrative tasks rather than actually selling. Well, Einstein AI is designed to automate a significant chunk of those tasks. We're talking about things like logging sales activities, qualifying leads, and even forecasting sales performance. Salesforce reports that it can automate up to 40% of typical sales tasks. Imagine giving your sales team nearly half their administrative time back. That's more time for building client rapport, closing deals, and strategic planning, which ultimately fuels growth and success. I will never look at healthcare the same way after learning this. Moving on to our second major benefit, let's talk about something incredibly critical: how AI is revolutionizing healthcare. This is an area where the stakes are incredibly high, and the potential for AI to make a life-changing and even life-saving impact is truly immense. One of the most promising applications we're seeing is in the realm of medical diagnostics. AI algorithms are being trained on vast data sets of medical images like X-rays, Connecticut scans, and MRIs to identify subtle patterns and anomalies that might indicate the early stages of diseases, sometimes even before they're apparent to the human eye. Take, for example, the early detection of cancer. AI models can analyze medical scans with remarkable speed and a high degree of accuracy, flagging suspicious areas for review by radiologists. This doesn't replace the human expert, but it acts as an incredibly powerful second pair of eyes, potentially catching cancers at an earlier, more treatable stage. Beyond just spotting anomalies, some AI systems can even help quantify disease progression or predict patient responses to different treatments. This capability to process and interpret complex medical data at scale is opening up new frontiers in diagnostic precision and personalized medicine, offering hope for better patient outcomes. And it's not just about diagnostics. AI is also playing a transformative role in accelerating drug discovery and biomedical research. A phenomenal example here is Google's AlphaFold. For decades, predicting the three-dimensional structure of proteins from their amino acid sequence was one of biology's grand challenges, a hugely complex problem. AlphaFold has, to put it mildly, cracked it, predicting protein structures with unprecedented accuracy. This is a massive breakthrough because understanding protein structures is absolutely fundamental to designing new drugs and therapies for diseases like Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and countless others, dramatically speeding up what used to be a years-long trial-and-error process. The implications of tools like AlphaFold for scientific research in medicine are profound. By enabling scientists to understand biological mechanisms at a much deeper level and to model molecular interactions with greater precision, AI is essentially compressing research timelines that previously spanned years, or even decades, into much shorter periods. This acceleration means that potential new treatments and cures for debilitating diseases can move from the lab to the clinic faster than ever before. It's about empowering researchers with tools that augment their intelligence and intuition, allowing them to tackle previously intractable problems and push the boundaries of medical science further and faster. Why are there not more people talking about the economic revolution AI is bringing? Alright, so let's talk numbers, because this next one is pretty staggering. We're looking at AI not just as a cool piece of tech, but as a serious economic engine. Projections are throwing around figures like AI adding a massive $15.7 trillion to the global GDP by 2030. Now that's not just a rounding error, that's a fundamental shift in economic output, comparable to introducing entirely new continents of economic activity. It's the kind of number that makes governments, investors, and entire industries sit up and pay very close attention. This isn't just about a few tech companies getting richer, it's about a potential global uplift. And this isn't just some abstract figure floating in the ether. That $15.7 trillion translates into very real-world implications. We're talking about the potential for new industries to spring up, existing ones to be radically transformed, and yes, a shift in the job market. While some roles might become automated, the idea is that AI also creates new demands, new specializations, and new opportunities for skilled individuals. Think about the infrastructure needed to support AI, the data scientists, the AI ethicists, the specialists who can integrate AI into traditional businesses. It's a wave of change that could redefine what economic growth even looks like in the coming decade. So how does AI actually generate this kind of wealth? It's not magic, it's about efficiency and innovation scaled up. AI can supercharge productivity by automating repetitive tasks, sure, but it also unlocks new capabilities. It allows businesses to analyze vast data sets to make smarter decisions, to personalize products and services to an unprecedented degree, and to create entirely new business models that simply weren't feasible before. This creates a ripple effect where one AI-driven improvement in, say, logistics can lower costs and improve services for countless other businesses downstream, amplifying the economic benefit. Now, why should this massive number matter to you even if you're not running a multinational corporation? Well, this kind of economic expansion, if managed well, can lead to increased prosperity, better public services funded by higher tax revenues, and more investment in research and development. It can influence the types of jobs available, the skills that are in demand, and even the performance of your own investments or pension funds. Understanding AI's economic impact is becoming crucial for navigating the future regardless of your specific field or interests. I don't think people understand how crucial AI is for a greener grid. Okay, shifting gears to something incredibly important: climate change. And it turns out AI has a significant role to play here, particularly in how we manage our energy. One of the key areas is in optimizing renewable energy grids. Now, renewables like solar and wind are fantastic, but they have an inherent challenge: intermittency. The sun doesn't always shine, the wind doesn't always blow consistently. This variability can make it tricky to rely on them 100% for a stable power supply, and that's where AI steps in to make the grid smarter. So how does AI actually help? It's all about prediction and management. AI algorithms can analyze weather patterns with incredible accuracy to forecast solar and wind energy production, sometimes days in advance. This allows grid operators to better anticipate supply. Simultaneously, AI can predict energy demand by looking at historical usage, weather, public events, and other factors. By matching this predicted supply and demand in real time, AI can help manage energy storage systems, decide when to draw power from different sources, and ensure the grid remains stable and efficient, even with a high penetration of renewables. The impact of this is pretty profound. By making renewable energy sources more predictable and manageable, AI helps increase their overall efficiency and viability. This in turn reduces our reliance on fossil fuels for baseload power and grid stability. We're talking about a more resilient energy infrastructure that can integrate diverse and distributed energy sources much more effectively. It's about squeezing every last bit of efficiency out of our green energy investments and accelerating the transition to a cleaner energy system, which is critical for hitting those climate targets. Ultimately, a smarter AI-managed grid is a cornerstone of climate change mitigation. It's not just about generating more renewable energy, it's about using it as intelligently as possible. This means minimizing energy loss during transmission and distribution, preventing blackouts or brownouts, and enabling new services like smart charging for electric vehicles, which can also help balance the grid. AI provides the intelligence layer needed to orchestrate this complex dance of energy supply and demand, making our entire energy ecosystem more sustainable and future-proof. I bet you didn't know how advanced AI chatbots have become. Alright, let's talk about something we've all interacted with, probably more and more frequently: customer service, and specifically, AI chatbots. These aren't the clunky, easily confused bots of a few years ago. Modern AI chatbots are becoming incredibly sophisticated, capable of resolving a surprisingly high percentage of routine customer queries. Some studies say up to 80%, and they do it instantly. Think about the last time you had a simple question for a company. Chances are a chatbot was your first point of contact, and it might have solved your issue without you ever needing to speak to a human. The benefit for us, the customers, is pretty obvious. First off, there's 24/7 availability. Your question about an order at 2 a.m., the chatbot is there. This means no more waiting for business hours or sitting in long phone queues for common issues. You get quick, often immediate answers to frequently asked questions, help navigating a website, or assistance with basic troubleshooting steps. This instant gratification and round-the-clock support can significantly improve the customer experience, especially for those straightforward, repetitive inquiries that don't require deep human intervention. Now, from the business side, the advantages are also compelling. Deploying AI chatbots can lead to significant cost savings by handling a large volume of interactions that would otherwise require human agents. This doesn't necessarily mean human agents become obsolete. Instead, it frees them up to focus on more complex, nuanced, or emotionally charged customer issues that genuinely require a human touch and problem-solving skills. So, it's about improving the overall efficiency of the support team, allowing them to allocate their valuable time and expertise more effectively. And these chatbots are constantly evolving. We're moving beyond simple rules-based FAQ bots to more advanced conversational AI. These newer systems leverage natural language processing and machine learning to better understand the intent behind a customer's query, even if it's phrased unusually or contains typos. They can maintain context over a longer conversation, learn from past interactions to improve their responses, and even integrate with back-end systems to perform actions like checking an order status or updating account information, making them much more powerful and genuinely helpful. I will never drive the same way after learning this. Alright, so let's shift gears literally, and talk about autonomous transportation. AI is moving from science fiction to reality, promising massive shifts. Vehicles that navigate and make decisions without human input are advancing rapidly. This tech aims for increased safety, efficiency, and accessibility. It's about rethinking our transportation infrastructure. Waymo is a leader in this space, operating self-driving taxis. They provide around 150,000 rides weekly. This shows how far the technology has come. Safety is a critical aspect, reducing human error in accidents. Autonomous vehicles don't get tired or distracted. They use sensors to process data in real time. The goal is a safer road environment for everyone. The implications of widespread autonomous transportation are huge. Imagine personal vehicles that drive themselves, freeing up commute time, increased mobility for the elderly or people with disabilities. This tech promises to democratize transportation. It's about creating more inclusive and efficient transportation networks. The journey is long, but the direction is towards a more autonomous future. I don't think people understand how AI is revolutionizing farming. Alright, moving on to benefit number 7, and this one might surprise some of you. AI and precision agriculture. Farming is one of the oldest human endeavors, but it's currently undergoing a massive tech-driven transformation. AI helps farmers produce more food with fewer resources, making agriculture more sustainable and efficient. Using data and intelligent algorithms, farmers make precise decisions about planting, irrigation, pest control, and harvesting. One of the coolest applications is AI-powered drones. Farmers get a bird's-eye view of their fields, and AI analyzes the imagery. AI monitors crop health, identifies stress from pests or disease, and predicts yields. This allows for targeted interventions, reducing waste and environmental impact. Companies like John Deere are investing heavily in AI. Their AI-powered tractors optimize planting patterns with centimeter-level accuracy. Smart tractors adjust water usage, reducing water waste by up to 20%. Increased efficiency and yield are crucial for feeding a growing world. Precise resource use reduces environmental footprint and protects soil health. Cutting-edge tech ensures sustainable food production for future generations. I bet you didn't know how AI is revolutionizing cybersecurity. This is benefit number 8, and it's critical in our hyper-connected world. The landscape of digital threats is constantly evolving, becoming more sophisticated and more voluminous every single day. We're talking malware, ransomware, phishing attacks, denial of service attacks, the list goes on. Traditional cybersecurity measures, while still important, are often struggling to keep up with the sheer scale and speed of these threats. This is where AI comes in, offering a powerful new set of tools to defend our digital lives, our businesses, and our critical infrastructure. It's about building smarter, more adaptive defenses. One of AI's biggest strengths in cybersecurity is its ability to detect threats in real time, often faster and more accurately than human analysts alone. AI algorithms can be trained on vast data sets of known malicious code and network traffic patterns. They learn to identify the subtle signatures of an attack, even for novel or zero-day threats that haven't been seen before. This involves sophisticated pattern recognition and anomaly detection. Essentially, the AI learns what normal looks like for a system or network and can then flag any deviations that might indicate malicious activity. This early detection is crucial for minimizing potential damage. And this isn't just theoretical, it's being put into practice by major organizations. For example, the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, CISA, in the US, is leveraging AI to bolster national cybersecurity. They report that AI tools help them block an astonishing 90% of malware attacks targeting federal networks. Think about that scale. 9 out of 10 attempts are neutralized, often automatically, thanks to AI's analytical power. This kind of effectiveness is a game changer, especially when dealing with the relentless barrage of automated attacks that organizations face daily. It showcases AI as a formidable shield in the ongoing cyber arms race. The importance of this AI shield cannot be overstated. For businesses, a successful cyber attack can mean devastating financial losses, reputational damage, and loss of customer trust. For governments, it can compromise national security and critical services, and for individuals, it can lead to identity theft and personal data breaches. AI provides a much-needed enhancement to our defensive capabilities, helping to protect sensitive data and ensure the integrity and availability of our digital systems. You need to hear this if you're a student or an educator. Alright, let's talk about education because AI is making some serious waves there too. For years, the traditional classroom model has largely been a one-size-fits-all approach. One teacher, 30 students, everyone learning at the same pace, or trying to. But we all know that's not how learning actually works best for everyone. People absorb information differently, at different speeds, with different strengths and weaknesses. That's where AI steps in, offering the potential for truly personalized learning journeys. It's about shifting from a broadcast model to a tailored experience. And the initial results we're seeing are pretty compelling, suggesting a future where education adapts to the student, not the other way around. So take Khan Academy, a platform many of us are familiar with. They've integrated AI in a really smart way to customize lessons based on individual student needs. The AI doesn't just present information, it actively assesses a student's understanding as they go. If you're struggling with a particular concept in algebra, for instance, the AI can detect that. It might then offer additional explanatory materials, break down the problem into smaller, more manageable steps, or even suggest prerequisite topics you might need to revisit. It's like having a tutor that's always available, always patient, and always focused on exactly what you need to learn next, adapting the curriculum in real time. And the impact? Well, Khan Academy has reported that this AI-driven approach can boost test scores by an average of 30%. Now that's a significant number. Think about what that means for students who might otherwise fall behind or become disengaged. It's not just about hitting a higher score on a standardized test, it's about fostering a deeper understanding and building confidence. When learning feels achievable and tailored to your pace, you're naturally more motivated. This kind of improvement can change educational trajectories, opening up new opportunities and helping to level the playing field for students from diverse backgrounds and with varied learning abilities. The broader implication here is a move towards an education system that genuinely caters to individual learning styles and paces. Some students thrive on visual explanations, others prefer hands-on activities, and some need more repetition. AI can help identify these preferences and adjust the delivery of content accordingly. It's about creating a more inclusive and effective learning environment where every student has the tools and support they need to succeed. This isn't about replacing teachers, but augmenting their capabilities, allowing them to focus on more nuanced aspects of teaching while AI handles the personalized drill and practice. It's a powerful combination. I don't think people understand just how revolutionary this is. Moving on to benefit number 10, and this one is huge. AI is supercharging scientific breakthroughs. Think about the traditional process of scientific discovery, especially in fields like material science. It often involves painstaking experimentation, a lot of trial and error, and can take years, even decades, to yield significant results. Researchers might have hypotheses, but testing them all out in the lab is incredibly time-consuming and resource-intensive. AI is fundamentally changing this paradigm by dramatically accelerating the research and development cycle, allowing scientists to explore possibilities at a scale and speed previously unimaginable. A really striking example of this came to light in 2024, where AI was credited with discovering 2.2 million new materials, specifically with potential applications in clean energy. Let that number sink in, 2.2 million. To put that in perspective, this kind of discovery volume could have taken decades, if not centuries, using conventional research methods. These aren't just minor variations either. These are potentially novel crystal structures that could lead to more efficient solar cells, better battery technologies, or new catalysts for green hydrogen production. It's a massive leap forward, compressing timelines and opening up entirely new avenues for innovation in sustainable technology. So, how does AI even do this? It's not magic, it's sophisticated algorithms and massive computing power. Researchers are using machine learning models, including generative AI, trained on vast data sets of known materials and their properties. These models can then predict the properties of hypothetical new materials or even generate entirely novel structures that scientists might not have conceived of on their own. The AI sifts through immense chemical spaces, identifying candidates that meet specific criteria, like stability, conductivity, or suitability for a particular application, far faster than any human team could. It's like having a super intelligent assistant that can explore millions of what-if scenarios. The tangible benefits for areas like clean energy are profound. Imagine developing new materials that make solar panels significantly more efficient at converting sunlight into electricity, or materials that allow batteries to store more energy, charge faster, and last longer. These are the kinds of breakthroughs needed to accelerate the transition to a sustainable energy future. AI is not just finding these materials, it's also helping to understand their fundamental properties, guiding experimental validation, and ultimately shortening the path from discovery to real-world application. You need to hear this if you're a business leader. AI can supercharge efficiency, revolutionize healthcare, and help discover new materials. But how do you start using AI? Start small. Pilot AI tools for specific tasks. Implement chatbots or automation software. Upskill your teams. Training is crucial. Use resources like Google's AI Essentials or Coursera's Generative AI for everyone. Partner with AI vendors like Microsoft Azure or AWS SageMaker. Prioritize ethics. Audit for bias and ensure transparency. AI is a tool to amplify human potential. Start leveraging AI now. Your future self will thank you.